morning and thanks for joining us here at News Till the Bronx. I'm Lenneia Batiste. An 89-year-old woman is dead after getting hit by a car in Riverdale. It happened yesterday morning near Riverdale Avenue and West 263rd Street. Police say Beatrice Kahn was crossing the street when a 35-year-old woman driving hit her. Kahn was rushed to the hospital but didn't survive. Right now, it's not known if the driver will face any charges. One person is recovering after a car crash in Mott Haven. It happened yesterday afternoon near East 144th Street and Brook Avenue. We're told that person was treated for minor injuries. Investigators are working on finding out what caused the crash to happen. Meanwhile, police need your help finding these two women right there. They're accused of stealing someone's purse while riding the BX40 bus near Westchester Square back on November 12th. Police say they poured some kind of liquid on the back of a victim's neck, then took that person's purse and ran off the bus at St. Peter's and East Tremont Avenues. And police are also asking for your help finding this man in connection to an assault in High Bridge last month. He's accused of hitting a 20-year-old man over the head with some kind of blunt object while they were arguing. Police say the incident caused the victim's skull to fracture. He was taken to the hospital where he remains in critical but stable condition. Of course, anyone with information that can help police are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. Remember, all calls are kept confidential. It has now been 5 years since 4 people were killed and dozens injured in a first fatal crash in Metro North history near the Spuyten-Duyvil Railroad stop. Since then, a series of lawsuits have pushed the MTA to implement safety measures to make sure this never happens again. In the early hours of December 1st, 2013, a train traveling over 2 times the speed limit crashed while traveling a curve in the Bronx. A former MTA project manager tells us, quote, positive train control is designed to stop a train before an accident occurs. Despite a congressional mandate in 2008, the MTA did not have the system installed.
Clear signal indicated that it was continuing on track number 2, the main line track through the station. The one problem with that is even though you have a clear signal and a clear track, you do have the curve. And the curve, the legal speed is 30 miles an hour.
Positive train control would have stopped or slowed down the train that morning, which was traveling 82 miles per hour after the engineer dozed off as a result of sleep apnea. So after the deadly crash, the MTA was given until December 31st of this year to install it on their railways. The MTA is expected to miss their December 31st deadline and asked for a 2-year extension. Time now for a look at our hyperlocal weather with meteorologist Bruce Avery.
Thanks, Lenneia. Here's your latest wet forecast. We have a soggy Sunday ongoing, but at least most of the heaviest rainfall has moved out of the region, and it will be mostly showers through the rest of the afternoon, off and on, maybe even a thunderstorm mixed in, and then tapering off tonight. But there will be ground fog tonight as the whole air is saturated, and the good news is, as this all tracks southwest and northeast, it brings in milder air. So today will be anywhere from 8 to 10 degrees above normal for this time of the year. We're projecting 60 degrees in Parkchester, 59 in Norwood. Still continuing showers, winds shifting around to the southwest at light speeds. Those southwesterly winds continue tonight. 48 for low in City Island, 49 in Riverdale. And the mild temperatures remain in here on Monday, but at least there's sunshine. Lots of sunshine, 58 is a high, but don't get used to the mild air. Tuesday through Saturday, plenty of sunshine. High temperatures only in the upper 30s to low 40s. And at night, many times the temperatures drop back into the 20s.
Thank you, Bruce, for that. Well, the search continues this morning for a missing woman from our borough. Take a look. Police say Allison Ortiz was last seen on Tuesday at the Argus Community Center on East 160th Street. The 22-year-old is 5 feet 4 inches tall, 160 pounds, with long hair that has been dyed red and orange. She also has a birthmark on the left side of her neck and is known to frequently visit Franklin Avenue and East 166th Street. She was last seen wearing a gray sweater, green leggings, and blue sneakers. So if you know where she might be, please call police. Funeral plans are now set for George H.W. Bush. The former commander-in-chief's body will be brought to Washington, D.C. tomorrow, where it will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol until Wednesday. A memorial service at the National Cathedral will follow. Bush's body will then be taken back to his adopted home state of Texas, where final services will be held. He will be laid to rest on the grounds of his presidential library next to his wife, Barbara. Back in the borough, it was a day of empowerment for young women of color. The Casita Maria Center for the Arts and Education hosting its second annual The Future is Feminist event yesterday, celebrating young women and femmes of color. The event featuring keynote speaker Naomi Guerrero, a writer and founder of Gallery Girl NYC. Young women of color participating in workshops on self-defense for women, standing up against bullying, political storytelling, and sexuality and wellness. We spoke to some of the organizers.
We want every young woman that comes here today to really see that they have sisterhood in the community, that they have a place that they can come to for empowering themselves, because we really believe that every person is born with their own empowerment.
Back then, when we couldn't vote, but here we are, we can vote.
Well, the New York Women's Foundation provides a grant for girls and young women of color to support this type of programming. Last week, some NYPD officers made a very special delivery, and a holiday pop-up is back in the borough. News to the Bronx reporter Gianna Gelosi has a recap of these stories and more in your neighborhood brief.
Hey Bronxites, hope you're having a great weekend. Here's a look at some of the things that happened around the borough this week. A mom is thanking members of the NYPD after 3 officers helped her bring her daughter into the world. Umi Bajaha went into active labor Monday night, but traffic held up the ambulance and she and her husband had to make do giving birth at home. That's when 3 NYPD officers jumped into action and helped with the delivery. The unconventional entrance into the world was actually all too familiar for this mom.
I think the most ironic part is I myself was born in an apartment, and now she's born in an apartment. They were amazing. They were amazing, and I just want to thank them so much.
All week, Community Board 7 and Assemblywoman Natalia Fernandez have been collecting clothes, shoes, toiletries, and gift cards to distribute to victims of the Hull Avenue fire that happened nearly 2 weeks ago. That 4-alarm fire ripped through 3 buildings on November 20th, displacing 7 families just days before Thanksgiving.
I'm just happy that we're able to do something. You know, there was a lot of commotion that night in the neighborhood, so everybody did find out. We got to speak with the parents. I happened to be hosting an event that evening, so we got to find out, you know, what they lost, what they need, and I'm sure that we can definitely make a difference for them.
Muggsy, designer of Signed by McFly, was getting ready for the 2nd annual Supply the Demand pop-up. That's happening today. 25 Bronx vendors in one room, from clothes, jewelries, food, lashes to hair, and even more. His friend Renee Tyrell, who runs her own online boutique, came up with the idea last year for the first pop-up. They say it's all about networking and showing what the Bronx can do to inspire.
Own things and create things and change things.
This shows growth. It shows responsibility, whereas you can communicate more. It's a great networking experience. And for people that have never done anything, maybe they'll start, you know, they come to the pop-up shop and they'll be like, wow, I can really do this too.
So today from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Somerset Hall, 4363 Bronx Boulevard. You can check it out and do some shopping and meet some Bronx business owners. I'm Gianna Gelosi, and that's your Bronx Neighborhood Brief.
Thank you, Gianna, for that. Well, get ready to belt out your favorite songs and sound fantastic. Karaoke is going high-tech. Our Andrew Anger shows us in the download.
In Korea, karaoke is king, and it's also pretty popular here in the States. But what if you didn't need big, bulky speakers and wired microphones?
So you can go car travel with your family, sing along in the car, at the dinner, birthday party.
The Magic Sing karaoke mic is a portable karaoke system with 3 small but powerful built-in speakers. All you have to do is connect it via Bluetooth to a smartphone or tablet, fire up a karaoke song, and you can feel like a star just about anywhere.
Oh my goodness!
The Magic Sing mic has onboard echo and sound adjustments, so you can custom tailor your music. It also comes with a subscription to the Magic Sing karaoke app powered by MyStage, which has thousands of popular songs in multiple languages.
Total 250,000.
That's a lot of songs.
Yes.
Now, with the thousands of songs in the MyStage library, it would be hard to get bored. But they say if you do have a specific request for a song that's not in the library, you can email the company and they say they'll try to add it.
Every Friday we load up new songs.
You're never going to get bored.
You're never going to get bored.
However, you're not limited to just using the Magic Sing MyStage karaoke app. You can search for karaoke songs on YouTube or other sites and it'll work perfectly.
And I am a material girl.
So now anyone can sing karaoke, just about anywhere. Even on a trade show floor. I'm Andrew Enger, and that's your download.
Seems pretty cool. I think that'll be good for a Christmas party to use. Well, the Magic Sing Karaoke mic starts at just $60, so it's pretty inexpensive. So to check this out, go to our website, news12.com, and click on numbers and links, and we'll connect you. Have you seen this couple? Well, the NYPD is asking for your help finding them, but not for the reason you'd expect. Surveillance video capturing them in Times Square during what was supposed to be a magical engagement. But police say the man popping the big question dropped the ring in the grate. Thankfully, police were able to get the ring back, but now they're hoping to find the couple so the ring can be returned. I really hope they find them. So if you know, make sure you reach out to the NYPD and help them with a tip.
This is News 12 The Bronx, as local news gets. Silver Beach, you're watching News 12 The Bronx, as local news gets.